Well, we're back. It kind of feels like it was just a couple of hours ago. Hope your day has not gone by as quickly as mine, unless it was just a bad one and you wanted to get it over with. Nevertheless, thank you for being with me. It's Tuesday, the 8th, and glad to have you and glad to still be talking about an uptick in the temperatures all the way through the end of the week. Sadly, I can't hold on throughout the entire weekend, but still a couple of days in your outlook which are shining brightly far over the rest. I'll have that for you, an updated forecast for you, mind you. It's even changed some, and even for the better, almost mid 60s by week's end. In just a few moments, we'll have an update on that because well, it's thereafter that just kind of takes a dive. We'll have to update you on that as well. I had to verify through McGoffin County 911 how many times it had been that a similar situation that happened in the past few weeks, that happened last night with a delivery truck getting hung up on a small McGoffin County road. Rather astounding information in some ways. No injuries, no major damage, but still. Nevertheless, we'll have that. Still trying to gather some more information, but I can tell you a McGoffin County man arrested on a Morgan County indictment for selling or receiving a vehicle with an altered VIN number and receiving stolen property, as well as some other accounts. And, of course, your local and state COVID updates and a host of other news and information, calendar-wise and elsewhere in this program tonight. In the last 24 hours, several calls of emergency to local personnel. Beginning in the news tonight, we'll start with this morning's, which a McGoffin County man, unknown age, name, or any other information, but in the Buffalo area, was life flighted via helicopter to a trauma center for serious injuries after an accidental gunshot this morning. The only information I have is that the Bloomington Fire Department and the McGoffin County Rescue Squad lifeguard, as well as law enforcement, I believe, possibly responded to what was an accidental shooting. A .45 caliber handgun accidentally discharged and struck the accident victim in his hand, the bullet going through his hand, and of course I'm sure causing serious damage as a result. No other details about his condition, but that man was taken by helicopter once again to an unknown trauma center for the severity of his injuries, which were deemed, of course, serious but not life-threatening. One call for emergency personnel last night, not a call of emergency. Fortunately, there were no other calls of emergency on Bloomington Branch because it would have been hard to have navigated the already narrow road after an 18-wheeler became wedged in the ditch line. Rather surprised to learn, as maybe you will be as well, that this was not the first time, but this was the 7th time, according to McGoffin County 911, in about 2 weeks that a similar incident like this has happened. Last night it took 2.5, maybe 3 hours, 2 large wrecker services to pull out this stranded Dollar General 18-wheeler on Bloomington Branch, which drove by the dollar store that it was going to drive up the dead-end hollow of Bloomington Branch. And this is the 7th time I had to call McGoffin County 911 this morning after hearing that on the radio last night and thinking I heard maybe second, but no, the 7th time that they've had a call of a Dollar General delivery truck having this issue at, I believe, this actual same store. Nevertheless, this one last night got lodged about a mile up Bloomington Branch on the very narrow road that, of course, has only one way in and one way out. A couple of questions I asked, speaking with EMS who were there and law enforcement, talking to the driver. It's not been the same driver every time. They have different drivers for different goods, so it may have been a different driver each and every time, but definitely not the same one each time. This one telling EMS on scene that he actually went by the store, but his directions and GPS didn't indicate that he was at his destination as of yet, and that being from West Virginia, like Kentucky, there's a Dollar General store about around every corner, and he thought, well, there might be the one that he's supposed to be going to on up Bloomington Branch. Obviously, it wasn't. McGoffin County is going to be placing a no-entry sign for large trucks at the mouth of Bloomington Branch as a result of this situation, which still seems a bit peculiar. 7 times in about 2 weeks in which the large trucks have gotten stuck and unable to turn around on Bloomington Branch. In other headlines tonight, we're still trying to gather some more information on a Morgan County indictment that has landed a Sayersville man in jail. Trooper Ryan Hale with Post 9 of the State Police executed the Morgan County warrant in the name of Bobby Shepard, who now remains lodged in the Big Sandy jail. We reached out today to the courts to try to find out more, but haven't received word back as of yet. But we can tell you that per the arrest citation, 46-year-old Bobby Shepard of Sagersville was arrested on the warrant out of Morgan County on a charge or charges of selling or receiving a vehicle with a removed or altered VIN number, possession of marijuana, no valid license, operator's license, receiving stolen property under $10,000 believed to be for that same vehicle with the altered VIN, as well as being a persistent felony offender for having at least 2 previous felonies on his record. He was arrested on Lick Branch of Middle Fork around 10 till 12 last night. The violation date goes back to August the 16th of this year in Morgan County. Your daily COVID briefing and updates will follow this. Stay tuned. There is never a good time for a breakdown. They will happen, and your car at some point is going to need some repairs and maintenance. And Black Smoke Performance is open and here with professional, fast, safe service. And they now have certified full air conditioning, diagnostics, and repair to keep you cool in whatever you drive. Black Smoke Performance, 349-8785. Same 6 decades of experience, same undivided dedication and focus on winning your case. New location. The law offices of McFarland and Tinker are now located on Route 114 in the former McGoffin Farm Bureau location. Motor vehicle accidents, Social Security disability, SSI claims, wrongful death and workers' compensation and work injury cases. Call 349-9000. McFarland and Tinker. Go with All Pro and you'll always get a perfectly finished project backed by decades of experience and thousands of satisfied customers. Always with the best prices on everything from small to large remodels, bathrooms to kitchens to entire homes, or turnkey new construction on everything from garages, homes to retail space. And seamless gutters too. And All Pro still offers 0% financing for up to 18 months and long-term low interest rates on those big projects. For an estimate, call this family-owned business today. Conley Tire in Staffordsville or ConleyTire.net right now and get $200 back on a new set of Goodyears, $100 on new Generals, Coopers, Bridgestones, and Mickey Thompsons, all with the smoothest balancing Snap-on has to offer. And if your ride has a light on, let their state-of-the-art Zeus diagnostic machine figure it out for only $35 at Conley Tire. Your local COVID update for this evening will, of course, include today's numbers, but as well information on McGoffin County's first rapid testing center or healthcare facility, which started that procedure yesterday. I'll have that for you in just a few moments. Right now, let's go to our state update tonight, where we're just looking for good news anywhere we can find it. Well, the case count today, well into the thousands, and still a very troublesome and concerning number of 3,114 new cases of the coronavirus today, as well as a serious number of additional deaths reported by the governor. However, today's numbers do signify, for at least the second or maybe third day in a row, that there is a little hope.
It's a lot of cases. It is more than we want. The good news is it's over 1,000 cases less than last Tuesday. Our positivity rate's also down just a little bit from yesterday at 9.56%.
The governor announcing 20 more deaths today for Kentucky's total to date of 2,102. Of those 20 deaths announced today, 5 were under the age of 60. 2 in their 50s from Johnson County, and 3 others from Pike County also on the list, 2 of those in their 70s. As far as thresholds, we've seen a few in the recent days. Over 200,000 cases in Kentucky, over 2,000 deaths, over 2,100 now and counting. And now, most recently, over 3 million tests done on a state with a population of about 4.4 million. 3 million tests done to date across the Commonwealth at more than 350 locations. And again, a rapid testing location is included in tonight's information from the McGoffin County Public Health Director in a moment. And while the governor made no reference to it today as he did yesterday, the state still plans to allow restaurants to serve indoors starting Monday of this week, lifting restrictions which have been in place now for weeks, which would allow restaurants to return to a capacity level of 50%. Also in the coronavirus update for this evening, Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine, which will be the first one to start to make its way across the United States after further analysis and testing, says the FDA just earlier this afternoon, offers protection after the first dose with nearly full protection following the second dose just a few weeks later. The Food and Drug Administration today says that this information is very important, making it public before the meeting this Thursday of the Vaccines and Related Biological Products Advisory Committee. They're the group that will advise the FDA before their vote on whether to vote for the emergency authorization use of the vaccine in the U.S., which they, of course, are expected to do. The Pfizer vaccine, as we've been telling everyone, calls for 2 different rounds or doses. They are to be set 3 weeks apart. And of course, last month we know that Pfizer said that early results from their latest phase of clinical trials showed it to be 95% accurate. From what I understand, you start to build up some resistance to the coronavirus after the initial vaccine. In about a week's time, that grows to about a 50% threshold, if you will, and then nearly 95% effectiveness rate upon taking the second or booster some 3 weeks later. And something else very important, the vaccine's overall effectiveness appears to be the same. And this is not like this for any other vaccine from what I have read from medical professionals, but appears to be the same for all races, ethnic groups, minorities, ages, underlying conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, obesity. Doesn't matter. It appears to be just as effective for everyone. That's not something of the norm in regards to vaccines. Your local update in just a few moments. Right now, I've got some new announcements and reminders and a birthday, I think, too, on tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau community calendar. Happy birthday to Charlotte Jackson tonight. Turning 84, says your daughter, Zonia. From family and friends as well. The list is long with a lot of love, Charlotte. Happy 84th birthday to you. Happy birthday tonight to Charlotte Jackson. Going on to the calendar, we've got this just in from the Water into Wine, folks. They will be distributing tomorrow, 9 till 11:30, and then again next Wednesday from 9 till 11:30, and then Senior Day will be next Thursday, the 17th, from 12:30 till 3, or earlier if all the boxes are given out. They say, please remember, if you're on the regular commodity list, try to pick up your box before 2. They start giving boxes away to people on the waiting list at 2. And the ministry will close at 5 o'clock that day and not reopen until 9 on Wednesday, January the 6th, after the first of the year. And when you've got something you want on the program, announcement-wise, birthdays and anniversaries too, that's how you get it to me. If you want it in the newspaper, birthdays, birth announcements, and anniversaries, send those to Joe, J-O, at SagersvilleIndependent.com. Doesn't cost a thing at either location, or if you will, but you just got to make sure you tell us about it. Nightly obituaries brought to you by the McGoffin County Funeral Home, and we now have services which have been set for 65-year-old Eddie Dean Harvey of Owingsville, formerly of Sagersville, who passed away on Monday, son of the late Palmer and Margaret Holbrook Harvey. He is survived by his wife, Debbie Howard Harvey, son, Zachariah Dean of Richmond, daughter, Natasha Harvey, brothers, Chuck Harvey and Tony Harvey, and 3 sisters, Jean Armstrong, Peggy Sue Feck, and Connie Hackney, as well as a number of grandchildren. A private graveside service for immediate family will be conducted this Thursday from the Harvey Family Cemetery in Owingsville. And 57-year-old Kenny R. Minix of Sagersville passed away on Monday at the Southern Ohio Medical Hospice Center in Portsmouth, the husband of Phyllis Minix. I'm told arrangements are incomplete at this hour, but to be announced by the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Nearly everything today is about being safe and well, and Parkway Pharmacy has 2 great ways to get your prescriptions quickly, safely, and conveniently. Simply pull up curbside and call and let them know you're there, or circle around the building and drive through. And just in, a fresh inventory of Atalo, premium CBD oil and cream products for managing pain, anxiety, depression, rest, digestion, and more. All at Parkway Pharmacy in Salyersville. The votes are in and it's unanimous. The Homestyle Bowl is back for a limited time at your Salyersville Lee's Famous Recipes. Savory chicken strips, kernel corn, cheddar cheese, our famous gravy, all on a bed of beautiful mashed potatoes. It's a meal or a side, and it's for a limited time at your Salyersville Lee's. We know that life cannot come to a complete standstill because of the pandemic, but we can make sure that you can continue to bank safely and securely by calling either branch of the Salyersville National Bank to schedule any in-lobby services, or by using either of our drive-thrus. Mondays through Fridays, the main drive-thru is open from 8 until 3, and the branch drive-thru is open from 8 until 5, and the branch drive-thru is also open on weekends, Saturdays 8 until noon, with ATMs available 24/7 at both locations. Or by taking advantage of our completely free 24-hour internet banking and bill pay, banking by phone, remote deposit, automatic payment services, and more. Salyersville National Bank, always making your banking easier and safer.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and as always, Appalachian Wireless has the most unbelievable sale. Appalachian Wireless has made shopping for the holidays safe and more accommodating to meet the needs of our customers. The one-day sale of years past is now a rest of the year sale. Simply visit one of our 27 retail locations and get what you need through the end of the year, or reserve online to make an appointment for the phone you want, and we'll call you when it's ready. Happy holidays. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
In Floyd County, they yesterday reported 28 new cases of COVID-19, 1,412 in total. Johnson County yesterday reported 20 new cases, 1,403 total. 2 still hospitalized. No new deaths in Johnson County. We're still trying to get a number on the number of deaths we have actually had here in McGoffin County. The official number still stands at 6. We believe that to be much higher than that, but we're still trying to get a more accurate number. Our public health director tonight indicating that we have another day in the double digits, but our average for 4 days is below where we have been. He also tells us about McGoffin County's first rapid testing center. Well, we did. We started off the week yesterday with some hopes that we were going to be at least be on a leveling off, if not a decline. With 15 yesterday, following 6 for the weekend. Where are we coming at today?
We're coming out 11 today, so we're back in double digits for 2 days in a row, which we was kind of hoping after the weekend was 6. This is start going down a little bit, but 15 and 11 for the last 2 days is getting us back up in double digits for every day.
Any significance or relation that we need to know about in regards to those 11?
No, they were just different folks in different walks of life that have tested positive. We're probably going to get results a little quicker now because we've got some rapid testing in the county now, so that's going to help out, I think. But it's nothing that we can relate to any large gatherings or anything like that.
Talk to me about that. That was my next question. We have now, I guess this is our first rapid testing location in McGoffin?
Yes, Hope Medical is now doing rapid testing as of yesterday, so you can go there and get, I think their test results are back within an hour or something. That's very, very quick.
I'm assuming that's by appointment or call ahead or something, I would imagine.
Yes, you need to call them because they'll probably want to take a medical history or maybe even Zoom you if they can, and before you come in and give you an appointment, because I think they'll probably be really busy with this.
Again, going back to the looking for some positive news anywhere you can find it, McGoffin County below 100 for one of the few days in a long, long time as far as our incident rate is concerned. I mean, there was a time we were the 25 mark that puts you in the critical or red zone was what we were focusing on, and now we're just seeing some positive news out of being under 100, for one of the few times in a while. 94 for McGoffin, Floyd at 52.6, Johnson at 75.3, Morgan 39.7, Breath at 55.5, almost, Knott County 30.9, and there you can see the 6 counties currently that are not in the critical or red zone, all in their 20s with the exception of Menifee at 11. So with today's 11, that's 32 cases since Saturday. That's 4 days with an average of 8 a day. Last week, with 86 cases for the entire week, we, of course, were averaging, I think, 12.2 cases a day. So if we can stay on this trajectory or this trend, that will be a good thing. And hopefully it will go down. We will see. It's only time, indeed, will tell. Well, there's some good news in your weather forecast tonight. It's a little slow to get there, but we're going to be pushing the mid-60s by the end of the week. Indeed we are. We'll see, though, tonight. Mostly cloudy skies and another cold one back below the freezing mark. Southwesterly winds will start to move after midnight or so, around 3, 4, 5, 6 miles per hour. But tomorrow, a nice day. I mean, Thursday and Friday, the nicest, but we're still in the low 50s tomorrow with mostly sunny. So tomorrow is a nice day. Just a few degrees off, almost 10 degrees off, actually being as warm as Friday. I keep going to Friday. Let me get there slowly. Tomorrow, 53, mostly sunny, mostly clear, just below freezing tomorrow night. So a nice day in the neighborhood. Nicer still for your Thursday, sunny and 57, calm winds, clear skies that night, and below freezing for nighttime lows. And then there's Friday, which is the bright, shining star of your week and your outlook, and maybe the rest of the year. Who knows? 64 degrees, that was just close to 65, which sounds even better. Mostly sunny degrees, 43 that night, so well above the freezing mark. Clouds do roll in Friday night. They do, because the next setup and combination of scenarios and systems gives us more clouds and showers Saturday than not. So 64 and sunny on your Friday. Then we'll go to mostly cloudy and showers likely on your Saturday. We're still going to hold on to some comfortable temperatures with the upper 50s and low 40s for your high and low, but clouds and showers. Sunday, 48, 29, and then temperatures just start to fall off, continued from there. Mostly cloudy, a 20% chance of lingering showers into your Sunday. We see dry conditions and sunshine return for Monday, but we're back to the low 40s at best. Nighttime lows in the low 20s. Tuesday of next week, we'll add another couple of degrees to that at 42 and partly sunny. And that's it. That's it for Tuesday already, and in a flash, it's over and done. News-wise, enjoy the rest of your evening, and squeeze all the time out of it you can, and make sure you join back here tomorrow night for more of your news today. As always, thanks for being a part of the show.